My friend, it's great seeing you because the last time I saw you was when the Juno Awards announcements came out for the nominees. And
Mhm.
in Toronto, we had a little party. And even though they call it the concert hall, I still call it Masonic Temple. And to see some of the nominees there, just to see everybody there, it was such a great celebration. To me, that was like a smidget of a kickoff in what's going to happen when we get to Vancouver because there's something that called Juno Week that happens that really brings everybody together.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, 2018 was the last time we were in Vancouver. For me personally, it's one of my favorite Junos we've ever mounted. The city was on fire, everything was sold out. And obviously, we're coming into a very patriotic time in this country. So we're hoping the same thing's going to happen this year out in Vancouver. Yeah, to your point, look, there's so much going on. Everybody knows about the broadcast, which will air on
Yep.
Sunday night here on CBC at Rogers Arena. A fantastic lineup and continue to grow. We just made a bunch of announcements today about more talent. Josh Ross, Aquila, Stanios Rezkis, and Tia Wood, Nemesis joining Sum 41 in their Hall of Fame induction, as well as Michael Bublé as our host and performing. But there's a whole bunch more still to come as far as more artists to be announced for the Sunday broadcast. But what everybody probably doesn't know is all the other events that also happen around the city. I'll maybe start out with my absolute favorite, and that is the Songwriter Circle. The Songwriter Circle will be happening on Friday evening. It is probably my favorite event of Juno Week. It's where artists, whether they're songwriter nominees or just artists there performing over the weekend, they come and they talk about the story behind the songs that were created and then perform them in a very simple acoustic environment. Could just be on guitar or piano. And it really is just such a wonderful moment to hear like the backstory of where did these songs come from and the meaning of them. You might think from the lyrics you understand the story, but really this gives you the full idea of what these songs are really all about. So it's always we call it the Jewel of Juno Weekend. It's one of our favorite events for sure. Um, the other big thing that happens throughout the weekend is Juno Fest. There is
Yeah.
all kinds of artists playing live venues. We put a particular focus on artists from British Columbia. That makes up usually at least 50% of wherever we are in that home marketplace. But also a lot of the nominees also performing. So there'll be over 12 different clubs over 3 nights performing all over Vancouver, which is, again, this is why we get to do what we do. We're about bringing music to the people. Get out and see live music. There's nothing else like it. We're also bringing back, we started it last year, this year called the Let's Hear It Live Juno Block Party. And it
Yeah.
is 3 nights of free music right in downtown Vancouver, right outside the Vancouver Art Gallery. We'll have a giant tent erected there. There'll be all kinds of activation space. There'll be 3 nights of music. And it's just there as a gift to the people of Vancouver and British Columbia to say thank you, come out, learn about Canadian music, support Canadian music. And it's going to be a fantastic concert. So something else not to miss for sure.
Now, as you said, the broadcast on CBC, CBC Gem, and online, that happens on the Sunday. But people should also realize, too, that there is another award show that happens that a lot of awards are given out. Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Sure, yeah. Saturday night is the Juno Awards Gala. And that actually, funny, if we like to call that's the real gala where we hand out our awards. On broadcast, there's usually 5 or 6 awards. We'll have 40 awards and some of the other special award recipients, like Sarah Harmer receiving a humanitarian award, as well as Riley O'Connor, chair of Live Nation, who's getting the Walker Special Achievement Award. But we have 40 awards being handed out that night for all different genres, from children's to classical to jazz to reggae to pop and rock and country, all kinds of things. So it's a beautiful ceremony, and you can tune in to watch that. Just go to cbcmusic.ca to be able to tune in and watch it there as well. They broadcast it as well, so it's definitely, if you are into Canadian music and you like to hear sort of the true acceptance speeches.
Yeah.
Being a nominee and winning a Juno can be life-changing for an artist. And again, it is so wonderful to be in that room and hear these speeches and see how much it means to be recognized by your peers that you were first nominated, but also if you're a winner.
Absolutely. The other thing I want to say, which I think is so special, Vancouver is the hotspot for this. People in Vancouver need to realize if they've forgotten what happened before, you could walk into a Tim Hortons, you could walk down the street, you could go anywhere, and you will turn around, and I guarantee you, you are going to see a nominee, one, two, three, four, whatever, because they pop out of nowhere. Those artists, no egos whatsoever. They are out there amongst the people. You will be surprised on whoever you see hanging around anywhere.
Yeah, look, I think that's it's great you say that, Rudy, because it also I think it's who we are as Canadians.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we love to know artists, we want to see artists, but also we'll give them the space they need to. But it's such an exciting weekend. The city last time in 2018, just things were amazing. Buble just gets everybody fired up as our host. But it's great. You're wandering the streets. Also if you're someone who wants to work in the music business, there is no better time to be out in the streets and going to clubs and seeing live music. The entire Canadian music industry is descending on Vancouver. And if you want to get networked and find out who to connect with in the business, this is an amazing opportunity to do it.
I know I forgot about something. I know there are some private after parties that go on. Music Counts actually does an after party that they sell tickets for, and people can go to this, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. So Sunday night after the broadcast, we'll be taking over the Commodore Ballroom. It's the official Juno after party in support of Music Counts, which is our music education charity. For over 25 years, Music Counts has been putting instruments into school music programs and communities. They have now given out over $17 million worth of instrument and musical equipment all across this country from coast to coast to coast. It's an extraordinary organization. They'll be actually presenting on the broadcast as well, the Music Counts Teacher of the Year Award, where we're going to name one teacher as the Teacher of the Year as well. So it's a great weekend for Music Counts and learning what they do. But yeah, that is going to be open to the public. There's a limited amount of public tickets available. It'll be a fun night for sure.
Last question. As we speak, are there still tickets available for the Juno broadcast? I know it's a tough thing. People want to get it and they sell out quickly. Can we still get tickets?
You can still get tickets. Go to ticketmaster.ca. There are tickets still available. A lot of the floor and some of the premium seats are already gone, but there's still lots of tickets there. If you're interested, ticketmaster.ca is where you can pick them up.
My friend, thank you so much again. Looking forward to it. I will see you in Vancouver. Cannot wait. It's going to be a blast.
Always good to see you, Rudy. Thanks for the support.